Hi, hello, welcome back on fourth video. All of you installed PostgreSQL on your system in the previous video. Maybe the video says some error note. The error also you can find, maybe just if you find an error in between, you try to reinstall it. Let me check whatever I have installed here, how it looks. So we'll see what are the components of PostgreSQL. We'll see how it looks in terms of as a graphical user interface. Let me open PgAdmin 4, PgAdmin 4 in the run window, or maybe that wherever install location you can find or search a PgAdmin 4. That is the application you have already installed in your computer. Let's wait. The moment you start click PgAdmin 4, it will open. Sometimes it may take time because based on the your memory size and RAM size. See, this is how PgAdmin management tools for PostgreSQL. This is the management tool. This is the PostgreSQL admin tool. This is a graphical user interface in which we are going to load or we are going to store our information which are related to finance domain or any kind of an banking related stuffs, anything that we are going to store the information here, and then we will see how that information can be extracted and how those information can be modified by using SQL query. The window you are seeing now, this window is called server. Okay, here you can go and write the data based on your needs. What kind of data we can write it here? Any kind of a data, because you are a financial professional, you are watching this video. We are going to store all financial related information in this server, and we are going to access the same information by writing SQL query. We will see once you get inside the SQL server. Let's wait for a couple of minutes, maybe just it takes time because that my computer RAM is bit slower, or maybe if your system is having similar kind of an issue, it could be because of RAM, or else that automatically opens because that I have installed multiple application in this system. That's the reason it will take more than expected time. Okay, let's see. Now it's got open. Now we are going inside the PgAdmin 4. Here, the moment you open this PgAdmin 4, let's see how the things look. Can you able to see the window? See the window here? This is the window. So this is the server window. This is called transaction window. Maybe just we have file and database what we have. These are the windows we have here in PgAdmin 4. Now one thing here, all of you notice that can the moment you click here, what are the server you have here in this admin, because that is the portal. We are going to manage all the servers within here, and this is the graphical user interface in which we are going to extract or we are going to feed the data here in this graphical user interface to this server. This is the, you mean to say here, can you see is the object explorer. This object explorer is nothing but underneath we are going to have server. How many servers we have? Maybe just previously I installed SQL 17 server. This time I have installed 18. All of you remember your downloaded file which we have installed here, that was PostgreSQL. Maybe you can go and check. So whether you installed 18 or whether you installed 17, it does not matter to the system. The system will store all the information here. Now here the thing is very quick check. All of you at the time of installation and configuration, you might have observed that you have feed some password. to open the server. So that password we need to enter here in order to see what is inside the SQL server. SQL server is nothing but you always, whenever that going forward, the synonym is called SQL server. It means that Postgres SQL, we usually call it as SQL server. Okay, let's see. Just I am trying to open because that I have installed Postgres SQL server. I have fitted here as part of this video records. Okay, now see, auto detected Postgres SQL server installation with the data directory. Here, this is the Postgres server location which we have installed. Now I am going to open this server. Can you see, the moment you try to open, in order to open, you have to see, in order to click on the forward arrow, this is the arrow, I mean it's kind of an arrow, forward arrow, that you need to click. The moment you click, it will ask for the password. You should know the password you are entered during the installation. Just now I am going to add password here, whatever I remembered that password. Okay, let me see whether I exactly remember the password. Of course, it's logged in, successfully logged in. See, this is the server. Inside the server, we have a database. Okay, database is the Postgres database what we have, and we have lot of schema, subscription, publication, language, foreign data wrapper, extension, event trigger, catalogs, cast, each and everything we are going to explain here when we try to do the exercise. All of you remember the password is the main key. You should not remember, so you can't able to enter the database and you can't perform any kind of an operation here. Okay, now have entered into the SQL Postgres 18 server. Its version is called 18. What I'm going to do, the previously I've created the 17 server. I'm going to enter wrong password here. Purposefully I did wrong password. See, the moment you had a wrong password here, so you should have this kind of an error message. Maybe when you try to enter during your interaction, during your practice, you may experience this kind of an error here. What you have to do, you have to use the correct password, then it will open. What I will do now, I am going to enter correct password here. Let's see, can you able to see the moment I enter the correct password here, the Postgres SQL 17 server it allows me inside and execute, and we can able to see what are the components of 17 server. See, here there is no difference, even though if you see Postgres SQL or Postgres 7, can you see here the database, the moment explained, we have created multiple database under the databases. Here lot of databases we have created. The moment you expand all the things, maybe let me explain. See, we have cast here, we are also cast here, we have a catalog here, catalog, event trigger, extension, foreign data wrapper, languages, publication, schema, subscription, login group role, maybe just a new feature we have here also, login group, that we can have, you can create a own group, the only people who can able to access the data, that we can see the later section. See, all these things, either it could be of 17 or 18, all the things will be same here. Okay, now we are going to see what are these cast, catalog, event triggers, extension, foreign data wrappers, languages, publication, schemas, subscriptions. What are these? We are going to see it here in definition. Okay, here the cast means defines rules for converting one data type into another. The cast is nothing but it's a rule for converting one data type to another. Example, you have an integer data and you want to convert it to text, that we can use for casting. and you have a date to or timestamp, something like that. We can use this casting in order to make sure all the database options are used here. And what is catalog then? Catalogs are the system table that stores the metadata about the database. Metadata is nothing but is a small piece of data, that easily processable data that we can call metadata. Okay, the table, column, data types, function, constraint, index, these are the information stored in the catalog. Catalog as Postgres database dictionary. They tell us Postgres SQL what exists and how it is structured. Now the another option we have here is event trigger. What is event trigger? Event trigger is nothing but special trigger that fires when DDL command like create table, alter table. Maybe just it means that whenever new database has been created or new infrastructure is created, that will create an event trigger here. Okay, that's all about your event trigger. Then what about extension? The extension is nothing but add-on modules and extended Postgres functionality. These are the extensions of the common module that extend Postgres SQL functionality, that will support the functionality of the Postgres SQL. There are common example is a query statistic, special data, and UVID generation. These are the common example for extension or common example for extension. Okay, now what about foreign data wrappers? Foreign data wrapper usually is called FWW. FDW allow Postgres SQL to connect to external database. Non Postgres means we have multiple database that can be connected by using FDW, this foreign data wrappers. Let's say example, Postgres connect to the another Postgres SQL server, connect to the MySQL, read from CSV file. Those are the options we called foreign data wrapper. And language, what is the language option we have here? Language, in the language option what we go to try, it defines the procedural language. It defines the procedural language available in our database. That defines the procedural language available in the database. Okay, and then next we are talking about publication. What are publication? Publication part of logical replication. A publication defines which table or changes are shared with the other database. Here kind of an data I can store logical replication of the your database, that will our table which shows that you can this kind of a data you can able to share with the other databases. That is called your publication. Okay, then you can use by create a publication on your table to customer order. If you do this one, publication will be stored there. Now important thing is schemas. What is schemas? Schemas are logical containers for your database object. Inside each schema you can have, there are a lot of application. Maybe this is the one of the important aspect, important option we need to discuss here as part of the schema. Tables, view, function, and sequence, those are the options we have that we can discuss in next class. Whatever we have are the upcoming videos, we are going to discuss more about the public, as and we try to do a lot of exercise. And the subscription is nothing but other side of logical replication. A subscription receive data from publication in another Postgres SQL database, that is called your subscription. Overall, in summary, we have cast type of conversion rule, catalog, system, metadata, DB directory, event triggers on DDL change, extension, add-on features, foreign data wrapper, connect to the external data sources, languages support for store procedure, publication define what data to be replicated, schemas logical container, subscription received replied replicated data. That's all we have. We will see in the next video.